Hey guys, it's LeonMarvel with another one. I'm here to show you my third most important concept, my quick tips, TEPPEN tips. Um, it's going to be on how you think while you're playing. I guess like a strategy, game plan. You could rewatch this. I wouldn't put the QR code so you can rewatch it if you want. Um, but yeah, this is going to be all about thinking ahead, planning ahead, chess over checkers. That type of game, that type of thought process. That's what I think I named this one. Chess, not checkers. Alright, so this is an excellent opening hand. I need to probably turn the volume down so you can hear me better because I want you to really catch this. This is a good opening hand. Can I explain why? Yes. You basically want a card that can bait. That's your first thing. That's going to be Sakuya. She's a good bait card. She has a lot of defense, 15 defense, where you can get her all the way down to barely nothing and waste the units, the girl's resources here. That's the other important thing. What hero are you fighting against? Rocket launcher. So I have a pretty good chance of winning this game as long as she doesn't steamroll me, and I have abilities that can both save my cards and shield myself. So I have a shield unit, which is good for that because rocket launcher can't beat shield. I have this to bring Sakuya back, which is great. I can seal any unit that she puts on the field. It's a really good hand. And this is a bait card for MP. MP baiting, and I'll show you now. MP baiting is a strategy that once you hit 10, you can actually make the opponent in a slight deficit of sorts. You can basically kind of bait out a chance to get ahead. So what am I going to do? So here, about at this point, you start getting to the point where people try to wait until they max out to 10 and then use a card because that means that person is now at the advantage. So people usually try to play a card at 10 on the field. But if you are like me and wait till this point, you can actually get them at a loss. So look, I get a chance to get free MP if I had a card that was useful for that. In this sense, I don't. If I had like a free draw card or something like that, this would be perfect. She's at a loss here. See? No free MP. So you can actually start being in the lead, which that's what happens. I get to use this card basically for free because if she doesn't drop a card right after this, I'm ahead, actually. So I'm actually ahead. So as you can see, she's at 8. She had to drop 2 cards so that she could build up MP. So that is very important. I actually let this fly. I could have dropped this guy to counter and get rid of him, but I really wanted to get rid of Leon. So what this card does, and the other part about this is you have to know your cards. As long as this card is in the same lane as another card, any attack against it will destroy that card in the lane, will do 2 damage against that card. So what does that say? If I drop Brachydios against this guy, against Sasuke, it'll kill him. And I'll still have Brachydios on the lane. I would have taken 4 damage against Sasuke, but I would have a unit in the lane. But that's actually kind of not the best way to play this card because what it'll do is they'll just throw something at Brachydios right after, and then I'll lose a unit and I still have to deal with Leon. So what I do is I actually have shield because I got that almost basically for free. This counts as 2 turns. So you got to think of it like this. These 2 units can hit me and I can still have basically no damage and have some breathing room. And that's what I do. I take a little hit there. I don't take 4 damage, which is great. And I decide to start baiting out. So I'm going to try to, I threw him out a little too early. I wanted to throw him out just as he's about to hit, but she had the chance to. I still get rid of Leon, but now he's less useful because there's less MP. So now at this point, I shield against that so I can save my shield here. So that's going to be a fair interaction. So now she's wasting resources trying to get rid of me. What do? I could either resuscitate him, which I decided not to. And why didn't I? So let's go back. That card that she used was targeted to destroy Brachydios, but it had an ability called Memory, that basically powers that card up. It wasn't strong enough to destroy Brachydios, and even if he's a 2/1, it's still a threat. And that's what you have to really understand. You don't want to throw away resources. It's chess, right? I am now in the advantage, and I don't want to just throw away this very valuable evasive action because, again, I planned on initially using this as a bait. As of right now, we have field advantage, and all the units on my field are going to win. This card could potentially destroy, take some damage against her. It's going to get crushed by anything at this point, but it's still making her make a choice. And that's really what you want to get at, and why I ultimately win this match, because I just had more options. So yes, she destroyed that card, but also now her card down that lane got destroyed because of this unit's ability. This unit ability is to, once it attacks, not hit. And it's very important when you're looking at cards that you see what the ability says, specifically attacking, not hitting. So that means this card does not have to hit anyone. It just needs to touch the end zone to activate the ability. Okay? So that means it doesn't have to actually do any damage at all, or cause any damage. It's going to make the unit in front be destroyed no matter what. And that's very important because it's a threat. As long as this unit gets to the end zone, you're good. And that's what really causes, I don't know if this is a real person or not, to panic. Now, what I would have liked to do right there was to throw this unit on the field so that I can get a bait out, and that's what I do. So I throw out a Nurse Survivor to bait out the rocket because I have ways to get out of it. So I already knew what she was going to try to do, because basically Rocket Launcher, what it does is when you attack one unit like this girl, it splashes to all the other units on the side. So the best thing that she should have did, or probably will do, will be to hit this unit, reduce its health, and kill that unit at the same time. And I know that she's going to try to do that. So what I do is I'm going to pull this unit up with the free MP that I get. So I was thinking, man, you can take your time. You got time. You don't have to rush. Okay, so then she threw out another card for free. And so yeah, Sakuya takes some damage. But what I am relying on, look at the interaction. As of right now, she has this card on the field that if a card is destroyed by a damaging effect, you get some abilities. She wants to utilize this. People will be thirsty to use their abilities. I'm counting on this because I'm actually counting on getting the reaction to heal my card. Because as of right now, this card is going to try to attack her and it's going to go through her, because her ability says this unit cannot block enemy attacks, which means she actually gets more health than what it looks like. So she's not going to take any damage. And I believe this person is probably a real person because they know, hey, I'm not going to be able to destroy this card. Let me waste a card trying to destroy it. And that's how I get free MP. I'm not going to use my hero art. I'm going to rely on the fact that she knows that. So, see? So here's the important thing. Remember in the beginning, I'm still in the lead here, technically. 3-3. And I have 2 extra MP to spend. They didn't have a card that would basically benefit destroying her, but I take advantage of it. Yeah, I think this is a human. So I'm going to reset this now, and I get a fully healed Sakuya. And this unit can be as powered up as it want to be. Now, I should have dropped her. I think there was lag. It definitely was lag. Because normally I would have dropped it right when Sakuya was going to hit so that I can power up my nurse. And that would have been awesome. See, can't even destroy her because I knew that was going to happen. So, basically, now Nurse is healing up Sakuya. I'm getting healed there. Yeah, I'm just all around kicking butt. So, yeah, now I have a full field of the units that I like that are going to benefit me. So I'm sealing that guy up for free. And she's scrambling because I'm actually planning on using that against this guy next turn for free. Because I know she's going to waste resources trying to cycle on getting rid of the cards. And I know she's trying to cycle to get her hero art as well. So unfortunately, this turn, don't have a card to deal with her hero art. And that's what I'm thinking at this moment. I'm like, okay, her hero art's coming. I usually like to have like a shield or a thing that can pull a unit out of the way. But I don't have any of that, unfortunately. And I'm short of my own hero art. So she is going to definitely have a chance to get the advantage back. But I'm already thinking, how can I pre-prep for the future? So I'm actually playing that card, which is going to give me some health when I drop a unit and other units health when I drop the unit. And then I also, at this point, have three over here, the what do you call it? The ability to use the ability of this guy. I can't remember what it's called. I gotta click on him. Let me wait. So yeah, evidence. Oh my gosh, I got the evidence. So evidence will power this guy up, but instead, I think I'm gonna drop my berry, which is what I do because I want to stop that unit. Oh, and look, she wasted more MP trying to get rid of him, which is great. So now I'm really at an advantage. So I drop Barry. I'm going to heal up Barry. And then I'm going to drop Frank West because I have plenty of evidence. Because as she was hitting that guy, he's collecting evidence for me. So, yep. Now I'm going to drop. Yep. And then I'm going to try to get rid of that guy for free. See, I even have a little bit more to use. So that's even better if you can get some one-cost action cards to use. And I'm not going to waste any more. So that's going to be that. I mean, I could have really gone in there, but I decided not to. I mean, I'm doing pretty good. You know, it's no reason to continue to feed the machine, and that's what I don't do. You don't want to feed the machine. You sometimes just let the machine run. You know, even if your units are low health, so what? As of right now, you know, I'm looking pretty good. And so I know what she's trying to do. She's swinging for the fences at this point. Usually, what Rocket Jills want to be is they want to have 2 rockets in their arsenal. If you can keep them from having 2 rockets back to back, then you are actually in the advantage against Jill. So, as of right now, she's swinging for fences. She's trying to get my units low health enough so that she can destroy me with the rocket directly to my health. So, but I have a shield. So there you go. That's the end of that. And that's the game, basically. So, yeah. So if you can just think ahead, and you have to know these cards. You have to know what they're going to do. You have to know how to defend. See, I defended against that rocket pretty good. And you just have to plan ahead. You have to think ahead. Especially if you have a deck that's below tier like this, like green. You can actually make this work if you know your opponent. So knowing your opponent is definitely chess over checkers. If you have any questions about this or you want me to post more videos and do replays, I like doing play-by-plays. Then yeah, I can definitely do that. And love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.